and the ever-rising violent crime in KwaZulu-Natal. The Premier of the province, Thami Ntuli, is my guest this evening, and he joins us now. Premier, good evening to you, and thank you very much for your time. You have a very strong police commissioner in Umlazi who's tough on crime, but the criminals are simply not afraid to commit these crimes, it would seem. What is the driving force behind criminality in your province?
No, thank you very much. Good evening, and to the viewers at home. I think I agree with you fully that the Provincial Commissioner in Umlazi, together with the management of SABS and the police, they are doing good work in the province. But I think what we need to emphasize is the issue of community policing. It's by choice that people involve themselves in crime. Because I've always argued that the notion that people are committing crime because they are unemployed, socio-economic challenges, I tend to differ, because there are so many who commit crime who are employed. And there are so many who do not commit crime who are not employed. I think there's something wrong that we need to fix in our society, the issue of the moral regeneration, of which it must assist us to address the issue of the behavioral pattern. But amongst the analysis by the police themselves is that a lot of criminality involves the drug abuse and alcohol abuse, and even the issue of the illegal outlet of alcohol, which have time which are not regulated. Well, there are hotspots of crime in our province, wherein you'll find that people coming from different provinces live in that area, maybe for the purpose of job opportunities. They are not a community that have been living together for some times. As a result, you find that there will be such criminal activities taking place. Even the element of the illegal or undocumented foreign nationals, those who are involved in crime. There are some of the things that we were also seeing in the province. Though we also understand that the issue of alcohol and drug abuse is also a factor even in the GBV cases. Yeah. According to the information that we gather from the police, that most of the cases you'll find that there is a background of drug abuse and there is a background of alcohol abuse, and something that we have to fix in the society, a behavior which is full of crime.
Premier, you have taken the community safety portfolio and you placed it in your office because you view crime and criminality as a serious problem. And on the other hand, as we've mentioned, the police commissioner is very tough on criminals, and people are even saying the way that he's going about it, he may get himself into trouble because many of these people don't go to court. It would seem that they are dying at the hands of the police, and so there is some criticism around that. But all of these efforts, Premier, I am putting together for you, are they bearing fruit, or do you think that it is almost as if it's inconsequential that you are running the community safety portfolio whilst the police commissioner is doing the best he can to deal with crime?
Not only that, Fumbati, the relocation of the community safety and liaison department, which is now in the office of the Premier. Hence, we are prioritizing the issue of tackling crime in the province, or prioritizing community safety is an issue. Even the collaboration between us as government and the Provincial Commissioner, together with the police, the community safety structures, is an important element of fighting crime in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. We are not yet there. but we've seen some categories of crime, in fact, like the murders being reduced. We've seen the number of arrests increasing, meaning that now the community are reporting more than before the criminal activities taking place in the community. Even the rating of the level of reporting by the community or cooperating with the police is increasing. More people volunteering now to participate in the community safety structures. But we still have a lot that are our plans as community safety, because we believe that the safety in our province or the fight against crime necessitate the active participation of the entire society, being championed by the leaders of the society. You mentioned the traditional leaders, you mentioned the business leaders, the religious leaders, you mentioned even the councillors, everyone who has an influence in the society to participate quite actively to influence the change in the behavioral pattern. As a result, in our plans, we have agreed, because we are really worried, Mfumbati. You see, just last week, one day, on Monday, I went to Umlazi municipality to attend a scene wherein a one man killed the pregnant woman, the sister, and also shot the neighboring woman and shot himself. The police informed me that on the same day, in the very same municipality, it's a small municipality, in the morning at about 6:30, another man shot to death, Nokphila Mbele. So that is the evidence that the collaboration with the active participation, in fact, of the community is what we need to prioritize, so that we are all aware of the problem that we are faced with, and then we play our role in working with the police, in collaborating with the police, in giving information to the police when there are criminal activities taking place before someone is killed. Those who are culprits are supposed to be reported with the police. Police are using different measures, including the intelligence is there trying to give information to the police so that they're able to, in fact, effect some arrests. But we need to ensure that the sectors of the society, or leaders of the society, they come together. As a result, we have agreed that we are going to dedicate a week wherein in one day we'll have a full day with the traditional leaders, so that in all corners where they lead, they understand what to do and where to go when there are problems. We'll also have a session with the religious leaders and even the principals of schools and civic colleges and the vice chancellors. We want to have a session with them, because some crime is taking place in high schools, in schools, is taking place in tertiary institutions, and will even take a route of even having a prayer finally to say our success will depend on even the maker.
All right. Premier, this is the moment that you get to demonstrate to the viewers who are watching you right now just how serious you are about crime. There is a member of your party, and he is no small member, a very senior member. His name is Gwenzagufani Nxumalo. He's the speaker of Upongolo local municipality. The understanding is that he's also a primary school teacher in the area. He was arrested at the weekend for allegedly possessing an illegal firearm. As we speak, the understanding is that he is in police custody trying to get bail. What is your message? Here is an IFP leader caught on the wrong side of the law, and the understanding is that it's not his first brush with the law.
Well, in my view, is that we allow the law to take its course to whoever in the province, and the police have a responsibility of ensuring that they bring into book whoever is seen to be being involved in any criminal activity. We've seen that not only to the speaker you are mentioning, even to other leaders, senior leaders in government being brought into book by the police. That is the evidence that the police are doing a good work. And we expect not only the leaders, but every member of the society to refrain from being part of any criminal activities. And we will not, in fact, interfere with any initiatives by the police to try and correct what is wrong in the society. But the circumstances, because it's a matter that we just had yesterday, the circumstances are surrounding what happened. In fact, only the court of law will be able, in fact, to tell as to what is happening when they are listening to the evidence. But we condemn any practice or behavior that seems to perpetuate a crime. That is why I was saying, you see, you commit crime by choice. You do not commit crime because there are circumstances that, in fact, coerce you to commit crime. As I've made an example that even people who are employed, they commit crime. And what I'm happy about in the province of KwaZulu-Natal is that Provincial Commissioner Umlazi, together with all men and women in blue, they are committed in fighting crime. And now for us as the community, we also need to play our role, in particular the community safety structures. Is important because we are going to have a training program for them so that they understand the enhanced way of playing their role while seeking for the option of bringing in technology. In Inanda police station alone, the Inanda area, the one that we always complain about, there is a lot that is being done there. The surveillance cameras project by the police is being done. And the issue of the drones, there's an NGO housed there with the drones. So there's a lot. There are areas of service delivery what we need to also attend so that such as surveillance, the high mast lights, so as to ensure that it's always not dark in certain areas where a crime is committed at night. There's a lot that ought to be done. We have been able to identify some are already being done. In Inanda, we've prioritized Inanda for the sports against crime to bring the youth together. And in all other places, we will be taking the same cue.
All right. Premier, I have two quick questions before we close. I'm pressed for time. There is a planned march with the tag Hands Off Mkhwanazi. You will know that he is being investigated by the IPID. What is your stance here? Do you believe that there is a plot to character assassinate his career in the police, or are you of the view that the law must take its course if General Mkhwanazi has done something wrong?
Well, my take on the Provincial Commissioner Mkhwanazi is that he's a man of integrity who's doing good work in the province, and every citizen in KwaZulu-Natal, across political spectrum, across races, different races, acknowledge the work that Provincial Commissioner Mkhwanazi is doing, and the leadership, because it's not himself who will be on the scene, but the leadership that is providing and working with the management of SAPS in KwaZulu-Natal is giving us hope. Even the investor confidence, the business confidence in the province is stable and improving because of the work the police are actually doing. Though crime is still there in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, but the confidence is there because of what because of the leadership that Provincial Commissioner Mkhwanazi is actually giving to the police in the province of KwaZulu-Natal.
Final question to you. There are a lot of, there's disquiet at national level politically, and there is worry that you may possibly lose your position as Premier of KwaZulu-Natal. Are you having sleepless nights about that, or do you believe that you are in the province to stay, at least for now?
Not at all. Provincial government is stable. I'm just coming from the meeting as we speak with all political parties that sit in the GPU. We are working quite very well, and we are committed in ensuring that this government, in fact, is sustained until we finish the term. Because what is a priority is not the positions, is the aspirations and the expectations by the people of KwaZulu-Natal, working tirelessly in order to ensure that we advance the agenda of the people of KwaZulu-Natal. I must confirm that not at all that we develop a thinking that as a government there will be instability. We are working quite very well, and we are stable in the province of KwaZulu-Natal.
The Premier of the province of KwaZulu-Natal, Thami Ntuli, thank you very much for your time.